I feel like talking about weight regarding idols is very much commonplace in the fandom. Like there is a trend on TikTok right now where idols are put side by side and compared on things regarding their weights. Here is an example of this trend for reference. This topic being so non-taboo is why I believe this is important. Overall, this trend make my skin crawl, but the part of it that make my blood boil is the discussing of idols' weight. Weight is something that has a lot of factors and changes in people's day by day. But in K-pop, it is pushed that you need to be believe X weight, no matter your height, and their weight being public information only worsens that. Plus, most people I know, no matter their physique or culture, aren't comfortable sharing that information with their friends. Why is the information anyone can get from Google about idols' weight and get a decent idea about it? I swear it's creepy. Honestly, I think this is unpopular opinion because the Koreans seems to solely support Heejin without thinking much into her problematic past. I personally think NewJeans is kinda done for, at least internationally. Big international fandoms like armies who supported NewJeans left the fandom after Heejin dragged BTS into this mess. This because of the controversies that emerged from this situation, making their groups get dragged nonstop on the internet. Many international fans started to gain sympathy for Illit after Min Hee-jin, who squashed their reputation. Many fans expressed their unhappiness after NewJeans shows support for Min Hee-jin. International fans actually doesn't like Min Hee-jin, even before NewJeans debuting due to her disturbing past. Min Hee-jin has ruined NewJeans' reputation whether y'all like it or not. She dragged each and every HYBE group. Because of it, their fandom also left NewJeans' fandom. Min Hee-jin accusing other groups for plagiarizing in Payola when she also done the exact same thing to her group. And also she accused Illit for copying NewJeans' A to Z when she herself copied other groups by forming NewJeans. She copied Mexican group Jeans, their style and ideas. She copied Japan's 90s girl group, Speed, their style and ideas. Like according to Bunnies, what Min Hee-jin is doing is quote, and quote inspiration, and what Illit is doing is copy like Just Get Lost.
NMIX may be the next CLC. Both groups have 7 talented girls from an established company, who have the history of producing some of the most iconic girl groups of all time, such as Twice and 4 Minute. Each have members who are absolute stars in their respective position, and both groups seem versatile to be able to embody any concept given to them. However, the music industry, K-pop or not, relies heavily on luck too. I am not sure whether it is mismanagement or neglect groups of the same generation and the current generation overshadowing them. NMIX has a huge potential to be one of the top and they deserve the popularity of aespa and Baby Monster. We all know how Cube fucking ruined CLC. JYP is doing the exact same thing.
I know I get a lot of hate for saying this. And yes, she is one of my favorite idol in the industry. But please, her vocals are bad according to my opinion. I see a lot of people hating Momo for vocals, but I can't stand Sana's vocals. Sana has a very high-pitched or high placement. Her low voice is pretty okay, but since alcohol-free era she has been doing this weird throaty thing. I guess she is trying to sound mature and have a dark tone. But it just sound worse in my opinion. Her lighter tone fits in Twice and that is okay. This might be an unpopular opinion, but I was never buying the feminist narrative of Hyuna, and just her new controversy just proved my assumption. Hyuna hasn't done anything in her career that deserve a title, and anytime I will bring it up in the past people will kill me. I will give her one thing though, she was bold in an industry that isn't too bold, but beside that she didn't do anything other than over-sexualizing herself. Okay, you were bold and breath of fresh air sometimes, so what? Feminism isn't just about being free in your sexuality. It's much more than that. She hasn't done anything to do with that title y'all kept giving to her. No women who care even the tiniest bit about a woman will date a man who had zero issues with our pay videos and claimed he didn't find it to be a big deal. She is a hypocrite and most of her die-hard fans are too. And this isn't even her first time being in controversies similar to this one. I can also never forget her body checking on Instagram on every single post at one period of her career. She feeds off of attention people give to her and it is pretty sad. The one and only feminists in K-pop industry are soloist BB, Wasa and Solar from Mamamoo etc. This is unpopular because I feel like a lot of ITZY stans have this impression that every other group is ganging up on ITZY to hate, but I disagree. I don't think it's Jennie or Momoland massive hate situation. It's just that there is barely anything to talk about, and that's because their team is not creating any other conversation topic around ITZY. Haters will always be there, but they should be drowned by other discussions, and this is not happening. IVE is a great example, because they got a lot of hate. But it's not the only topic about them, so it's not as noticeable. I think their last comeback has been really good and performance-wise. But they didn't try to create anything more out of it. Nowadays storytelling and concept become a lot more important than it was few years ago. aespa, NewJeans, (G)I-DLE, Luna, Kiss of Life, etc. are creating storylines for their eras. And even group like IVE who aren't going the story route have very powerful concepts to get people talking. For example, after like firework trend, the I Will Survive sample, it create a lot of conversation. Trend, memes, it's important. Right now whenever ITZY is mentioned it's all about their downfall. K-pop fans' standards are too low that they'll call literally any idol an all-rounder nowadays. Why this opinion is unpopular? Because most people will never admit they have lowered their standards for their faves. But it's true, fans are unironically claiming idols as all-rounders when they are barely average at even one thing. I don't want to name any groups, but I see a post where they are saying Luna members are all-rounders. Like, please stop. Luna is talented of course, but not all of them are all-rounders.